Hello, I'm your host, Ricky Saillas. We are inside La Nube, El Paso's Children's Museum that is set to open soon. We're going to take a close look into one of the exhibits called Desert Bloom that is geared towards toddlers. This and more on this edition of Your City in 5. Let's get started. El Paso voters will likely vote on November 5th whether to cancel the downtown multi-purpose performing arts and entertainment center, also known as the MPC. The City Council voted to direct the city attorney to prepare an ordinance ordering an election to decide whether to revoke the city's authority to issue the 2012 bond funds that have not been sold. The City Council is expected to discuss the ballot language on July 30th and then vote on the ordinance calling the election on August 13th. Voters approved the $180 million center in 2012. If voters decide to revoke the bonds, the funds will be used to pay debt that had been issued for the project. The community is welcome to attend City Council meetings. To learn more about City Council meetings, visit elpasotexas.gov and click on the Agenda and Minutes section. To other city news, the public has an opportunity to meet and hear from the 4 candidates for the city manager position. The city is hosting a meet and greet at 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday, August 7th at the Convention Center. The candidates are Robert Cortinas, who is the Chief Financial Officer and Deputy City Manager for Internal Services. Mario D'Agostino is a Deputy City Manager for Health and Public Safety. Nicole Farini is the Director of the Community and Human Development Department. And Dion Mack, Deputy City Manager for the Quality of Life Portfolio. The candidates were chosen from a nationwide selection process.
So the process started back in March, and we hired a company by the name of Baker Tilly, and we ended up over 80 people signed up that wanted to be city manager of the great city of El Paso. And they looked at them, and then they picked the top 14 that they felt was most qualified. And then City Council got to look at the top 14 and then rank the ones they felt, the top 4 that they felt that would really be able to continue to lead the city in the way that it's being led. So it was amazing to see that the top 4 candidates were all 4 people that work in the city.
Aside from a meet and greet, 2 community review panels will interview the candidates. The council will also interview the candidates, eventually selecting one to serve as the next city manager for the city of El Paso. This is so cool. I'm inside one of the exhibits inside La Nube that is specifically for toddlers. It's called Desert Bloom. Your City in 5 media specialist Nigel Sherman has a sneak peek. Check it out.
So this is our Desert Bloom area, and as you can see, there's a lot of architectural characteristics and colorful, vibrant scenes throughout. Hi, my name is Norma Ray Escandon, and I'm the Early Childhood Coordinator at La Nube. This area is so special because it gives toddlers ages 0 to 3 the environment and the space to crawl around and explore and discover on their own. The rolling dunes, that's where all the animal tracks are found. Each area is a different level of skill for our toddlers. So there's some really cool obstacles for them to go over safely. And as a matter of fact, one of the tracks is from a prairie dog, and they're running, the little tracks run into their little burrow, so you can follow the tracks into the burrow, and then our little ones can peek their heads out from the little bubble. This mural by Kristen Apodaca is something that we are really proud of, which I think represents our Chihuahuan desert really well. So this is our bubbling oasis. Children can come in, they can read books. We have plushies that they can play with. A lot of those plushies correspond to the books themselves. Those are our sensory cocoons. There's buttons in there with pre-recorded sounds and songs and stories. There's also a wobbly web over in the corner there. It's really to test the balance of toddlers. So over there is our sensory sandscapes. We'll have molds and little rakes for them to play with, but also there's projections of various sand environments like beaches and other deserts. But in order to diminish the tracking of sand throughout, these floorboards are meant to capture the sand from their feet or whatever they're wearing, so it'll fall into this little reservoir that we have underneath. La Nube would like to thank our donors for making Desert Bloom come to life. Without their help, none of this would have been possible.
That was so much fun. Thank you, Nigel, for putting together that video. And thank you to La Nube and all the sponsors that made this possible. Now remember, La Nube opens officially on August 10th. It may be hard to believe, but the 5-year anniversary of the August 3rd mass shooting is approaching. In 2019, a gunman shot and killed 23 people at the Cielo Vista Walmart, sending shockwaves across our region and breaking the heart of our community. In honor of the victims, the city is hosting a remembrance ceremony and public art unveiling at 9:30 a.m. on Saturday, August 3rd at Jim Crouch Park, formerly known as Ponder Park. The park served as a gathering place after the mass shooting. The city installed a temporary memorial at the site, but now a permanent August 3rd memorial is under construction. With community input, local artist Dino Ortega is leading the project that will serve as a place to honor and remember the victims.
The importance of this piece is about giving back to the community. At this point, it's always been about creating a sense of unity, creating a sense of restoration of power to the individuals whose lives were lost, and not to mention the victims that didn't succumb to their injuries. But it's about giving back to the local community and just uniting everybody.
The memorial will be officially unveiled during the August 3rd Remembrance Ceremony that is open to the public. Several community remembrance events are also scheduled leading up to August 3rd. A complete list is posted at epstrong.org. We'll have more on other August 3rd events and the Remembrance Ceremony in upcoming episodes of Your City in 5. The El Paso Zoo and Botanical Gardens has a new partner that will provide funding support. The City Council approved an agreement with the Paso del Norte Community Foundation to take over the zoo's fundraising program. Earlier this year, the council directed staff to obtain a new fundraising partner after the contract with the El Paso Zoological Society expired. Under the new agreement, the Paso del Norte Community Foundation will provide fundraising support to the zoo and provide a nonprofit vehicle for gifts from private and other donors to benefit the zoo. The public can also make donations directly to the nonprofit organization. Nigel, I know we're having a lot of fun, but unfortunately it's time for us to wrap up this edition of Your City in 5.
Well, boo.
I know, bummer, right?
Yeah, but there's so much going on at La Nube, it's easy to lose track of time.
It really is. For Pete the Cat, I'm Ricky Saillas.
And I'm Nigel Sherman.
Stay safe.
Be good to each other.
We'll see you next time on Your City in 5.